All right, joining us now with more reaction to tonight's monologue. We have Election in 22 Days, author of the best-selling book, The Briefing, former White House press secretary, America's First Action senior advisor, Sean Spicer, and the author of a brand-new bestseller, Spygate, former Secret Service agent, NRA TV contributor Dan Bongino. You know, Sean, look, I know you went through a lot when you were press secretary, and words are one thing, but when you have leaders, the former candidate for the Democratic Party saying, we can't be civil with them. You have the former Attorney General of the U.S. saying, kick them. You know, if they go low, we kick them. Then you got Maxine Waters says, you see these cabinet people, you get a crowd, and you follow them into department stores and gas stations and grocery stores. Well, we saw that to your successor, Sarah Sanders, Pam Bondi, Secretary Nielsen, Ted Cruz. Somebody's going to get killed here. But they don't seem to care.
You're absolutely right. Somebody did get shot. Steve Scalise, this deranged person on the left, went out and shot up a group of House Republican members playing baseball.
Right.
So it has taken a violent turn. and I think that the concern to me is that it all seems coming in one direction. And instead of denouncing it, which the media would be out there asking the right to do that if it was going in that direction, instead, you see the left doubling down. Hillary Clinton, Maxine Waters, as you mentioned, Eric Holder. These people are doubling down, inciting it. And if this was the right doing it to the left, Sean, if these were Donald Trump supporters, there would be outrage on every one of those left-wing cable shows that we see time and time again.
No.
It's outrage when...
Yeah, well, let me give you an example.
Outrage when Donald Trump...
Go ahead. Finish.
No, I was just going to say, it's amazing. I've never seen such a double standard. They justify the actions on the left. You saw the commentators and hosts on CNN saying, please don't call it a mob, which it clearly is. And if that had been on the right, they would be denouncing.
How dare we say it's a mob?
Yeah. I mean,
all right, Dan,
it's amazing to me the double standard and how it's covered.
What we learned, and the New York Post actually said these are the people that are wanted. There was not only Portland last weekend and this weekend, but New York this weekend, and a bunch of anarchists go to the New York, I guess, GOP club, Republican club, whatever it happens to be, and they're writing, you know, they're committing vandalism, anarchist signs that they're putting up, et cetera, and then there's a confrontation on the streets there. That's not what the media says. They don't tell the whole story. They get it wrong in the beginning, kind of pissed off that I even for a second believed half of what they wrote. And this is coming from the left, the radical left. But look at Alec Baldwin, the lowest ratings in the history, basically, of any network television. It's never been that low. Or Michael Moore's movie failing. Is this going to translate to the ballot box in 22 days?
Well, Sean, we're already seeing some of the results of that. I mean, you covered it at the beginning of your show. Missouri, North Dakota. We're even seeing a race closing in Michigan. You know, John James, an insurgent candidate with an unbelievable resume.
John James is a rock star. Love him.
He's a stud. I love him. He's great. His videos are terrific. We're already seeing it happening, Sean. But just 2 quick points on this. Number one, the left's religion is state power. That's their religion. When they lose state power, they have nothing to fall back on. I'm not talking about all Democrats. I'm talking about the radical left. They are socialists. Their religion, they genuflect at the altar of state power. When they lose it, they erupt. This is what happens.
This is fascinating, too. But you know how they lied and they disseminated the false information, Dan? Remember, all the phony dossiers leaked before the election. Then it was used to set up the whole Mueller investigation. The pieces are all coming together. But Maxine Waters even revealed, they keep saying to me, don't say it. Don't say impeach. We'll do it, but don't say it. Now, the Center for American Progress, John Podesta's group, they're now out there saying, don't talk about immigration. Don't tell people what you really want to do. So for them to win, they got to lie and hide who they really are. That's a pretty revealing instance. And then we have the tape of McCaskill and Bredesen.
But, hey, Sean, I'll tell you, the interesting thing is you look at a candidate like Kristen Sinema out in Arizona that has called the people of Arizona crazy. She talked about she is all of these tapes start unraveling about her talking about it being okay to join the Taliban. She's calling her own constituents the people that she wants to elect her nuts.
She invited, look what Andy McCarthy did in the blind shake case. Lynn Stewart.
But there is a double standard. how they cover the right and how they cover the left. And the reality is that these folks are trying to cover up the reality. All they want to do is talk about the style and substance of Donald Trump. They can't talk about the agenda and they can't talk about the results, because it's whether it's economic policy or foreign policy, the president's getting things done, and they know they can't beat what he's getting done.
I think I see things moving in the right direction in the Senate, Sean Spicer, but the House, it's too hard to tell. I've been identifying 10 races tonight that will tip the balance of power. Sean?
Yeah, it's getting close.
Yeah, but do you think, I mean, you think it's closer, but are you confident that the House remains in Republican hands?
No, I'm not, until people get out there and realize what a big difference Nancy Pelosi, Maxine Waters, Adam Schiff, the whole lot of them are going to be, versus they stop the Trump agenda dead in their tracks. People need to understand, November, this agenda is on the ballot. You need to get out and vote.
You know, I will say this. If you vote, anybody that votes for Nancy, for a Democrat, you're voting for Nancy. If you vote in the Senate,
that's right,
for a Democrat, you're voting for Chuck. You're voting for their lies and hidden agenda. You're right. There's a lot at stake. All right. Thank you both.